Good evening and welcome to Rosetown Legion Field as we are just about ready for a 4th District matchup between two relatively recent rivals. Tri-City used to have both Mounds View and Irondale on the same squad, but they have now gotten to the point of where there's a Tri-City Red and a Tri-City Maroon, and Tri-City Maroon is who Rosetown will be taking on tonight. Rosetown 12-6 on the season. They are now going to be playing in the Gopher Classic this coming weekend at Bethel, which will be 5 games in the span of 3 days. So it'll be another long weekend for head coach Steve Palmer and his team. They have now 17 games over the next 13 days to finish out the regular season, and then the 4th District playoffs will come after that. Tri-City Maroon is 5-4 so far in 4th District play, but they had their way with Rosetown last week, beating the Rosetown Legion Post 542 12-0 in 5 innings. All of these players are from Irondale High School. They are either still in school or have just recently graduated. And we will get to their batting order here shortly. And again, their team is a little bit unusual in that they have some high school sophomores on the Legion team. But their lineup will go like this. Leading off in center field, Joe Norton. Batting second in left field, Jeff Heath. Batting third at shortstop, Tim Caldwell. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Corey Kennedy. Batting fifth, first baseman, future Golden Gopher football lineman, Jimmy Jerry. Batting sixth is catcher, Matt Milosevic. Batting seventh, third baseman, Aaron Starr. Batting eighth, second baseman, Tony Madsen. And batting ninth, right fielder, Rob Crummel. And pitching tonight is Kevin Kepler. Rosetown defensively will go like this. First base, Eden Cranston. Second base, back from Bucknell University, Matt Bush. He is splitting time between the Rosetown Legion and Rosetown Amateur A teams. Also back in town, Austin Lensing playing shortstop. He's had a very good season. And at third base is Josh Bramer. Left field, Brian Tester. Center field, Ben Podobinski. And in right field is Matt Mayer. And this is Ryan Bush's first start on the season. He pitched extremely well in the section playoffs in a couple of their victories. That one is fouled back quickly. That is just up the middle, right over second base for a base hit. And if that sounds unusual to you, that's an actual wooden bat. The 4th District a couple of years ago decided to go to wood bats for their league games. Of course, for tournaments, all the teams use aluminum bats, so it is certainly a big switch going from the wood to the aluminum. So Norton's on first, nobody out, and this brings up Jeff Heath, the left fielder. Also like to thank Wayne Powers and John Resterholtz for helping to put this together, and John with a new graphics package, as you see there on the top of the screen. And bunt right to Bush, and he will have one play over to Cranston. Off speed and a nice one right across for a strike. Some of the scores have been a little high when you consider using wooden bats. Rosetown beat, actually that would have been a tournament. That's fouled back, 0-2. They lost to White Bear 3-2, then beat Hamlin Purple 7-4. Beat Hamlin Purple again 5-3. Rosetown has won 3 of their last 4 games in 4th District play. Here's the 0-2. Just misses outside. They beat Hamlin Purple, Arcade Phelan, and Hamlin Red in back-to-back games before the shellacking by Tri-City Maroon. The Here's Irondale High School as their main field. Just getting a piece of that. And as Caldwell was well ahead of the off-speed pitch. Tri-City Maroon is a little short-handed tonight. They only have 13 players listed. That is fouled again. Slow roller. Nice job there by Pelzer, and he will make the play. So Charlie Pelzer with a nice play, showing you why he's one of the better defensive catchers in the Metro. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Corey Kennedy, as Norton's on third with 2 away. And here you'll see the replay. Pelzer coming out of his crouch quickly, and a nice accurate throw. And a fastball right across. So 1-1. This is hit high in the air to center field. Backing up a little bit is Ben Podobensky, and he will make the play. So Tri-City Maroon goes scoreless in the top of the first. Ben Podobensky, of course, was Roseville starting goalie for a couple of seasons. Did very well in both 08 and 09. He is also Rosetown's closer. They have not had much of a chance to use him, but he does have 3 saves on the season. There you see the picture today for Tri-City Maroon. That's Kevin Kepler. Rosetown's lineup will go like this. Leading off is center fielder Ben Podobensky. Batting second, third baseman Josh Bramer. He's on base, .517 on the season. Batting third, All-State, normally shortstop, but today on the mound, Ryan Bush. He has 5 stolen bases on the year. Eden Cranston, having an outstanding season for Rosetown, is on base as .585, 8 doubles, and 22 runs batted in. Batting fifth, the shortstop Austin Lensing, 18 RBI. Batting sixth, second baseman Matt Bush, hitting .375 and leads the team with 6 stolen bases. Batting seventh, catcher Charlie Pelzer. Batting eighth, left fielder Brian Tester. And batting ninth, right fielder Matt Mayer. It's Heath, Norton, and Crummel from left to right in the outfield. Start third base, Caldwell at short, Madsen at second, Jerry at first, Milosevic catching, and Kepler on the mound. Here for Rosetown.
Leading off for Rosetown, the center fielder, number 23, Ben Podobensky.
This is bunted out of play. There you see Podobensky's statistics on the season. .362 batting average, which is very good, and then again you factor in 9 walks. So his on base is over 100 points higher. It's high, 1-1. High and outside, 2-1. And the big lefty delivers. That one is across, so that's 2-2. Podobinski trying to give his teammates a few more pitches to look at. See what Kepler has tonight. And yeah, that's fouled out of play. Something that Denard Span is certainly good at for the Twins. This is hit sharply to third base, and a nice play by Starr. Throw over to Jerry. So 1 away. And that will bring up Josh Bramer.
Mark Lynch.
So Bramer up is on base 517 so far on the season. That one is well high. Here you see his numbers on the season. 1-1. Foul back to the screen. Off speed, and this is slapped to short. Nice play there by Caldwell, and throw just in time to get Bramer, so 2 away. Again, it just shows you the difference between the wood and the aluminum. Because until you get to the Northwoods League or a similar summer league, you don't use wood bats too often. At least not at the high school level or the collegiate level. Ryan Bush played about 60% of the games. 5 doubles. He has Rosetown as a whole only has 3 homers. That is hit down the third base line, and Bush will go for second, and there will be a play. The throw is not in time, and a nice slide by Bush as he gets in under the tag.
First base, number 6, Eden Cranston.
And here you'll see a replay. As he's able to get his foot in, and a nice pop-up slide. This brings up big Eden Cranston. He had a very good year for the high school team. 367 batting average, 585 on base. And again leads the team with 22 runs batted in. That's low. Now speeds across for a strike, so it's 1-1. Good pitch there by Kepler, so it's now 1-2. This is hit up the middle for a sharp base hit. This goes to Norton. Bush will try and score. There will be a play. The throw is offline. And so Bush gets the first run on the RBI single by Cranston.
Rosetown shortstop, number 15, Austin Lensing.
So Austin Lensing now up with Cranston on first and 2 away. Cranston's not only one of the bigger players in the field, but he's kind of dwarfed by Jimmy Jerry, who's 6'7" and around 300 pounds, at least when you get to his football playing weight. He was an all-state offensive lineman for Irondale for a couple of seasons. And I'm sure the Gophers are happy to have him for football. This is popped high and out of play. Austin Lensing second on the team with 18 runs batted in. And the batting average just a shade under 400. That's high and goes past the catcher, so a wild pitch on Kepler. So Cranston makes it to second. And it's a 2-1 count to Lensing. It would probably take something to one of the gaps to get Cranston home. This is hit foul and out of play. So it's 2-2 now to Lensing. Matt Bush is on deck. That's drilled by the second baseman, Madsen, and will go into right field, and that will score Cranston easily, and it's 2-0 Rosetown.
Rosetown second baseman, number 13, Matt Bush.
His ranging over was Crummel, but that was smoked, and scores Cranston to make it 2-0. You see Matt Bush, again, he is splitting time between the Rosetown Legion and Rosetown Amateur A teams. That is hit by the second baseman and into the right center field gap. Holding up there is Lensing. And another nice hit there by Bush.
Rosetown catcher, number 19,
And that goes just by a diving Madsen. He has been working hard this first inning, as it's now first and second, 2 away and 2 in, as you see Charlie Pelzer's numbers. He's been the starting catcher for Roseville High School the past couple of years. This is hit to the shortstop, and they will make the play at second base. But a very good first inning for Rosetown as they score 2 on 4 hits, and it's 2-0 after 1. We'll take a break. This is CTV 15 sports coverage of Rosetown Tri-City Maroon American Legion Baseball.
folks, just to remind you.
We'll be ready for the start of the second inning here shortly, as Rosetown with 2 runs on 4 hits. Tri-City no runs on 1 hit. And this will bring up Jimmy Jerry. Matt Milosevic, the catcher, is on deck. And then after that will be third baseman Aaron Starr. That's not foul. Brian Bush threw only 12 pitches in the first inning, 10 for strikes, 2 balls. As Jerry fouls that one back. So he's quickly behind 0-2. And they will get the 2-3 put out on the strikeout. So this brings up Milosevic, the catcher. This is a line drive to right field, but right there is Matt Mayer, and he'll make the easy play. So just like that, 2 down. As Bush is having another efficient inning here. That's across for a strike. That's hit foul as well. So an 0-2 count to Starr. Swing and a miss and a very good fastball and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bush. So for Rosetown, this will bring up the 8-9-1 hitters, Tester, Mayer, and Podobensky. Twins are in Toronto tonight. Carl Pavano will try and keep up his winning ways. He's pitched really well of late, 9-6 on the season. Rosetown will play in the Gopher Classic starting this weekend. And again, from the looks of it there, they will take on Grand Rapids, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, West Fargo, North Dakota, Hopkins, and Coon Rapids, all in the span of 3 days. Then after that, North St. Paul and Tri-City Red at Midway, and in between, a game against Somerset here. Usually a Legion schedule is very busy all the way throughout the summer, and this one even a little more so. Tri-City Red actually has some games to make up in 4th District play, so they're looking at even more of a condensed schedule than Rosetown, as they're 5-1. So that means they have 4 4th District games to make up beyond your other tournament games. Here you see Brian Tester's numbers. That's across for a strike. That's high. 2-1 to Tester. Kepler threw 24 pitches in the first inning, 16 for strikes. That's still a good ratio. 2-1 is about what you're looking for. This is hit high in the air down the left field line, and that will drift foul. So another 1-2 pitch here on the way to Tester. Called strike 3 and a very nice off-speed pitch. So this brings up Matt Mayer.
Rosetown, right fielder, number 5, Matt Mayer.
And Kepler, after a little bit of a rough first inning, seems to be settling down here. Well, it is the bottom of the order. It's across again, so it's 0-2. That's slapped up the middle. Nice play there by Madsen. And throw over just in time. So 2 away for Podobensky. He grounded out in the first inning.
Rosetown center fielder, number 23,
Third base to first. That's high. You see Podobensky's numbers coming into the game. Very good numbers for a leadoff hitter. It's fouled away. Just missed inside. Again, these are wooden bats, but they do have a little composite to them so that they last longer than your regular Major League wooden bats. It's fouled away. Go in the dirt and a full count to Podobensky. He faced 6 pitches the first time around. That's it sharply down the left field line and is just foul. Let's do that, otherwise that would have been at least a double. Fouled straight back. Tri-City will have the 8-9-1 hitters next inning. It's Tony Madsen, Rob Crummell, and on the top of the order. This is slapped over to the shortstop, Caldwell. Throw over, and borderline. I guess I would give him an infield hit. Podobinski is certainly Rosetown's fastest player, or if not, he's right up there. Caldwell had to make a very quick throw over, and I think he might have beat it anyway. So 5 hits now for Rosetown, and this brings up Bramer, who grounded out on a 6-3 play in the first inning. Nope. They might have him picked off, except for the fact that it hit Podobinski in the leg on the way to second base. So Podobinski gets a break. And a good pickoff move there by Kepler. That's outside. So 1-0 to Bramer. Kepler's definitely keeping an eye on Podobinski. High and inside, 2-0. That's high as well, 3-0 now. That's across for a strike. Low and a walk to Bramer. So first and second, 2 away, and this brings up the pitcher, Ryan Bush, who hit a double to help his cause right down the third baseline in the first. Inside corner for a strike. Nice curveball as that came back in, and now it's 0-2. That will go by the catcher, and on a wild pitch, both runners will move up. This will be the 24th pitch of the second inning here coming up for Kepler. That's what he had in the first. So he's nearing 50 pitches on 2 innings. Swing and a miss, and a very nice fastball. That will do it for the second. Rosetown threatens but does not score. 2-0 after 2. We'll take a break. We'll be back for more 4th District Legion baseball here shortly. Inning we go as it is 2-0 Rosetown as Ryan Bush, who pitched very well for the Roseville Raiders, especially in the playoffs. He would also come in to close during the regular season. Is getting his first start here for Rosetown, and so far has looked very sharp. 19 pitches, 17 of them for strikes. 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit, a very slow, very strategically placed shot right over second base. So this brings up Tony Madsen, the second baseman. That's a cross for a strike. Irondale had a very good regular season in the North Suburban. High hopper to short. Nice play there by Lensing, and the throw over in time. It actually turned out that 2 Suburban East teams would play each other in the first round, as Forest Lake knocked off Stillwater. Of course, Eden Prairie went on to win the 3A title. That is a little high. I'm going to say he held up. That's the right call. Fouled out of play. Took a little off that one, and it's a cross for a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss as Crummell was fooled by that one by quite a bit, and a nice job there by Cranston and Pelzer to recover. That's the second strikeout, 2-3 put out of the game. This brings up Joe Norton. He has the only hit of the night so far for Tri-City Maroon. Swing and a miss as the bottom dropped down on that one. Fouled off of Norton, so it's 0-2 quickly. And another slow rolling foul. Roseville had a good run in the playoffs. They had the misfortune of running into Stillwater twice. So they ended up playing Stillwater 4 times in the season, losing 3. The second game, swing and a miss, and another nice fastball. 4th strikeout for Bush, and Irondale has quickly retired 1-2-3. They beat Stillwater 5-0. And I think Stillwater was out for a little bit of revenge in the playoffs, and they got it. They beat Roseville pretty handily in both contests. One thing that hurt, Eastridge had a good chance to knock off Stillwater in the section quarterfinals, but we're not quite able to pull it off. Pitches so far. 26 for strikes for Ryan Bush, as there you see the totals. so far here on the game. And if it wasn't for that seeing eye single, Bush would be perfect right now. This will be 4, 5, 6 hitters for Rosetown. Eden Cranston, Austin Lensing, and Matt Bush. They had back-to-back-to-back hits in the first. Kepler has thrown 48 pitches so far. Usually, when you get to Legion Ball, the starters do tend to stay in a bit longer, if only because you need more starting pitching as you're playing games much more frequently than you do in the high school season.
Leading off for Rosetown, the first baseman, number 6, Eden Cranston.
Cranston with an RBI single to center field in the first. Jeez. Now I know why his on base is so good. He's been hit by 7 pitches already this year. That's more than the rest of the team combined. Inside corner and a nice pitch. Hits, walks, hit by pitches, and reached on errors as positives for your on base. And sacrifice flies in the negative column, or sacrifice bunts, as it were. He got hit by another one.
Down shortstop, number 15, Austin Lensing.
Cranston's going to try and jog it off here as he was hit by the pitch in either the ankle or the foot. Back when I was with the Rosetown team, each jersey had their own sponsor. That was kind of interesting. There's the Austin Lensing's numbers, as he has played in 17 of the 18 games Rosetown has played this year. Rosetown is 12-6, 6-3 in 4th District play. I don't think you have to worry much about Cranston going anywhere. He is very unlikely to steal. I spoke too soon. He has 2 stolen bases already. Two 2-0 to Lensing. Matt Bush is on deck. Bush had a base hit up the middle in the first and was forced out at second base. A bunt and a real nice one, and the only play to first. Cranston was already almost at second base by the time that Kepler got the ball.
Number 13, Matt Bush.
Here is Matt Bush. The Bushes are 2 years apart. Matt is a freshman at Bucknell, going to be a sophomore next year. Ryan, of course, will be a senior at Roseville, and younger brother Danny Bush will be a sophomore. It's fouled out of play. All in all, it's turned into a pretty pleasant evening. It was very muggy earlier on in the day. Off speed, Bush waited on it, but still fouled it a bit. So 0-2 now to Bush. I think the last game we covered here would have been in 1995 as part of the Star of the North games. The last Legion game was quite a while ago. Bush did not agree with the call, but he is out on strikes, and that will bring up Charlie Pelzer.
The Rosetown catcher, number 19, Charlie Pelzer.
This is hit up the middle, slow roller to second. Nice play by the second baseman, just in time. Very nice play there by Tony Madsen. That will do it for the third inning. Rosetown leaves Cranston on second base. 3 complete, and it is 2-0 Rosetown. We'll be back after this. We have Heath, Caldwell, and Kennedy, the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Irondale, to lead off the fourth inning here. Well, I can't put a 0 quit in the books yet for Tri-City Maroon in the fourth, but we'll see how it goes.
Leading off for Tri-City, second hitter, number 25, Jeff Heath.
Heath had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Pitcher to first. Very nice pitch. As Ryan took a little off that one, 0-1. This again is where it really helps Rosetown this year to have the recently graduated players from the year before able to come back.
Number 4, Tim Cole.
Podobinski and Lensing and Matt Bush especially. Ryan Bush was normally the shortstop for the Roseville Raider baseball team, and here he can split time between short and third, and as you see tonight, he is also an extremely capable pitcher. Nice play there by Bramer, and another 5-3 put out. I think the Tri-City Maroon players are figuring that with as well as Bush is throwing, you're better off swinging early in the count. But Bramer making 2 nice plays there, and very quickly 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Just missed. Low. 2-0. Very nice fastball there, very slow roller, and the throw over is not quite in time as Cranston tried to come over to field the ball. It was very wet this morning, and so the ball is really being slowed up by the infield grass, as you'll see here. As that just dies, it takes at least 1 extra hop, and the throw was a little behind. So an infield hit for Kennedy. So 2 away, and this brings up Jimmy Jerry. So that is low. Jerry struck out in the second and was thrown out, catcher to first. That's a cross of the knees for a strike. hardly hit to second base, shortstop, but a nice play there by Lensing. And a quick relay over to Bush. One of the more sharply hit balls of the night by Tri-City Maroon, but it wraps up the inning. "39 pitches through 4 innings for Bush." So 2-0 going here into the bottom of the 4th. And again, it will be the 8-9-1 hitters for Rosetown. "58 pitches so far for Kepler. Again, Tri-City Maroon tonight is rather limited on who they can bring in. They only have 3 bench players. So you would imagine Kepler will likely go at least 5 or 6. It is kind of cramped quarters here for the Legion field. There is very little foul territory. There is one small area for a pitcher to warm up on the Rosetown side. Otherwise, for the visitors, you have to go actually outside the playing field. But this bluff overlooking the field is one of the nicest viewing points you are ever going to find for a Twin City baseball game. You're right on top of the action. Joey Stepnick doing a really nice job right by me here on camera. As again, this is an ideal vantage point.
Leading off for Rosetown, left fielder number 16, Brian Tester.
So Brian Tester now up. We should have a 7-inning game this evening. Swing and a miss and a nice pitch there. As Kepler, after a bit of a rough first inning, is really starting to pitch well. But he did give up the 4 hits in the first. 5 hits total. Check swing, he went, and another good pitch. You see Tester's numbers. That one just misses outside. Whoa. Well inside, 2-2. Called strike 3. I do not think he went around, but it didn't matter.
Right fielder number 5,
This
Matt
Tester
Mayer.
strikes out for the second time. This brings up Matt Mayer. He grounded out up the middle. A nice play by Tony Madsen, the second baseman. Again, this game so far is quite a switch from last week when these two teams played, when it was 12-0 in favor of Tri-City Maroon. Very hard hop. You know, if he could have got it off of that first hop, he might have had a shot at it, but once he bobbled it the second time, didn't have much of a chance. Yeah, we'll be generous and give him an infield hit. So Mayer 1 for 2. That is the 6th hit for Rosetown. And here's Podobensky. bunting foul. I think at that time he was bunting for a hit. Again, thanks to Wayne Powers for putting all that in. Those are the numbers through 18 games here coming in to tonight's action. Again, after this, Rosetown does have a few more games before the Gopher Classic. They have White Bear on Wednesday here at Rosetown, and then they will play the 5 games in 3 days after that. Podobensky hard hit to short, throw to second, and they will not have any chance at a double play.
Rosetown third baseman, number 7, Josh Bremer.
So Josh Bremer, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. So you see a nice play by Caldwell. Again, he was a little high in the throw, but didn't matter. It's across for a strike. Podobensky is going, and he will be safe by a mile. Once again, Podobensky is certainly one of Rosetown's faster players. He does only have 2 stolen bases on the year. That's a little surprising. High and outside. So 1-1. Excuse me, 2-1, the count to Bremer. Two balls, 1 strike to Bremer with Podobensky on second and 2 away. And that's outside. So a good count here for Bremer at 3 balls and 1 strike. And that's hit well out of play. Bremer's had some long counts here today. He walked in the second and finally was out on a 6-3 grounder in the first. This is hit sharply to left field, but ranging back is Heath, and so he will make the play. That's again where the aluminum bats certainly help out the hitter, and the wooden bats help out the defense. After 4, it is still 2-0 Rosetown. Rosetown still holding on off of those 2 runs in the first. Top of the 5th we go, as it is still 2-0. This will bring up the 6, 7, 8 hitters. For Tri-City Maroon, Milicevic, the catcher, Starr, the third baseman, and Madsen, the second baseman. As the totals you see there are correct. Again, neither hit by Tri-City Maroon is much to speak of, but they still count. A slow grounder right up the middle in the first, which led to a hit, and a very slow hopper to the second baseman by Corey Kennedy. was hit sharply. So Quickly's 2 strikes and Milosevic has 41 pitches, 34 strikes for Bush. Wow. It's the one outside on a waste pitch. Yes, he went. So that is strikeout number 5 for Bush. He has not walked anybody.
Number 7, Aaron Starr.
He has not thrown more than 2 balls to anybody. And so this brings up Aaron Starr. He struck out in the second. Fouled away. It's fouled as well. Quickly 0-2. Did not go on that one. So the 1-2 pitch here on the way. High and outside. Noah Nestler is the head coach for Tri-City Maroon. Swing and a miss. Pelzer dropped that one too, but again, the easy 2-3 put out. So Madsen now up with 2 away. 6 strikeouts on the game for Bush. Fouled out of play. It's low 1-1. That's across the knees for a strike. 1-2. This will be the most pitches that Bush has thrown in an inning, but still at 13. That's very efficient. Cranston to Bush. And that'll do it for the 5th. So 52 after 5 innings, and we'll have the bottom of the 5th coming up here shortly with the 3-4-5 hitters, Bush, Cranston, and Lensing. So Kepler out for his 5th inning of work. He's thrown about 70 pitches so far here tonight. .73 to be exact. So Ryan Bush 1 for 2 on the night, and coming up for his 3rd at bat.
Leading off for Rosetown, the pitcher, number 3, Ryan Bush.
Swinging a foul, which goes back to catcher Milosevic. Low 1-1. It's foul back to the screen. So 1-2 again to Bush. This is hammered into left field, and that will go over the left fielder Heath for extra bases. That goes off the fence, and Bush will get a stand-up double.
Rosetown first baseman, number 6, Aiden Cranston.
Heath didn't get the best jump on it, but Bush really hit that one on a line. So that's his 2nd double of the night, and he is 2 for 3. That's Bush's 7th double on the season. He's now just behind Cranston for the team lead. And speaking of Cranston, here he is, 1 for 1. RBI single in the 1st and scored a run and was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. And it is very unlikely that he would be bunting. He's been hitting the ball too well. There is a rather large hole between 1st and 2nd. If he were to go that way, it could certainly move the runner up. As it is 1-1 now to Cranston. That's fouled well out of play. So 1-2 now to Cranston. Austin Lensing's on deck. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single and a sacrifice bunt. It's fouled out of play again. I know Coach Palmer brought out a couple dozen baseballs. Hopefully that's enough. That is drilled foul. As Cranston stays alive, this will be the 6th pitch he has faced. So now Kepler over 80 pitches here on the night. But again, with Tri-City Maroon having limited options, you figure he'll go the rest of the way. Swing and a miss and a nice high fastball.
Rosetown shortstop, number 15, Austin Munson.
That is the 5th strikeout for Kepler. And he has only walked one, and he has hit a batter. Well, we got relatives and friends coming out everywhere. My Uncle Jim's here, my father's here. My good friend Gavin Burns. Associate of mine, Tony Udine. Bush still at second, one away, and Lensing with Matt Bush on deck. Outside corner for a strike. For a full season, you certainly need a complement of anywhere from 18 to 20 players, but a night like tonight, you probably could have given 5 or 6 of the guys the night off. Excellent jump by Bush, and he will steal easily. Wow. So Ryan Bush has now tried his brother with 6 stolen bases. I think Kepler just got distracted more than anything else, because again, he is upwards of close to 90 pitches. So an 0-2 count, however, to Lensing. Bush is at third base. Again, nobody is warming up for Tri-City Maroon, so if there were to change pitchers, it would be a position player. So 1-2 now. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. A nice pitch. And that is now the 6th strikeout, as each pitcher has 6.
Second baseman, number 13, Matt Bush.
So this brings up Ryan's older brother, Matt. He is 1 for 2. That is fouled out of play. So Kepler getting close to the 90 pitch mark. High and inside, 1-1. It's fouled back to the screen, so 1-2 now. Kepler had 2 strikeouts in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 2 here in the fifth. Rosetown with 2 stolen bases so far, 1 by Podobinski and 1 by Ryan Bush, who is at third. Low in the dirt by the catcher, and Bush will score. So the stolen base leads to another run for Rosetown as they now go up 3-0. And so you'll see the replay, and this is a really good angle because you can see that Bush can just go right in, and there is a good bit of room to the backstop, so they had no chance to get Bush at home. High, 3-2. That's drilled to the gap in right center field. That will go for extra bases. It takes kind of a funny bounce and bounces right back to the center fielder. So Matt Bush will hold on at second base with a stand-up double. So both Bushes with doubles to the fence, as this one bounced back to center fielder Norton. So Bush had to hold up at second base, but still, each Bush now 2 for 3 here tonight. Pretty identical score sheets. Ryan Bush with 2 doubles and a strikeout. Matt Bush, a base hit, a double, and a strikeout. So they're each 2 for 3. This will bring up Charlie Pelzer. Get into a fielder's choice in the first. And a very nice play by Madsen to get him at first base in the third, second to first. And you see Pelzer's numbers. Low in the dirt. Brian Tester is the scheduled on-deck hitter. Very nice off-speed pitch across for a strike, 2-1. This is hit sharply to short, and a really nice play by Caldwell, and that will do it. For the 5th inning, Rosetown does get one more run on 2 hits, and they leave one, but Rosetown 3-0 after 5, as they have shut out a very powerful Tri-City Maroon team so far through 5. Ryan Bush has thrown 52 pitches through 5 innings, which is outstanding, and what's even better is the strike-to-ball ratio. It's almost 4-1, 41 strikes and 11 balls. And this will be the scheduled 9-1 two-hitters for Tri-City Maroon. Looks as though Rosetown has the same lineup they started out with. Totals there are correct. Thanks again to John Rusterholtz as we're trying out some new graphics. As just getting loose is Taylor Phillip. I cannot imagine that he'll come into pitch the way Bush is going, but you never know. That's low. Cross for a strike. And Tri-City Maroon is going to warm up another player. That is inside, 2-1. And actually, Jimmy Jerry's loosening up. Wouldn't that be something? Biggest pitchers in 4th District history. That one's a little low, so now first 3 ball count that Bush has gotten to. Crummel struck out in the 3rd and then was retired on a 2-3 putout. That has happened 3 times tonight, which is rather unusual. That's a cross for a strike. Crummel, big to differ, but the umpire's call is the one that's important. Evidently the catcher misplayed one there. That is chopped foul. The should say the Irondale catcher, the one that's warming up Jerry. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Crummell was really looking for a walk there, but he didn't get it. 7 strikeouts, no walks for Bush. And this brings up Norton. He is 1 for 2. Fouled away. Just outside. 1-1. It's fouled away. So 1-2 count now. It's fouled back to the screen also. For Bush, 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 1 here in the sixth. It's been a very quickly moving ball game. Off speed, swing and a miss. It's the second time Norton has struck out, and now 8 strikeouts for Bush.
Number 25, second hitter, Jeff.
64 pitches unofficially for Bush. That's a cross for a strike. Wow. Just missed. Hard hit off the mound. Very nice play by Lensing as he ranges back, and the 6-3 put out. As there you see Lensing getting a really nice extra hop there. And so 67 pitches for Bush. You would certainly think he'll have a chance to finish the game out.
So far,
Yep. Say it to the camera, Dad.
Hi, camera.
That was pretty good. Yep.
Stay out of there.
Yeah, we are now going to have one of the larger pitchers in Legion baseball history, I would imagine. Jimmy Jerry will now be on the mound for Tri-City. Wow.
Now pitching for Tri-City.
I didn't even know he was a pitcher. You learn something new every day. So, We will have Tester, Mayer, and the top of the order for Rosetown here in the bottom of the 6th. And can't imagine Rosetown will have any changes, but we will see. Well, Jimmy Jerry also plays hockey, which is kind of a scary thought. Again, he will be going to the University of Minnesota next year, full scholarship to be an offensive lineman. So they just essentially traded positions. Kepler, the pitcher, goes in to first base, and Jerry takes over on the mound. So 3-0, bottom of 6, as we have had a very quickly moving ball game. First 5.5 innings have only taken about an hour and a half.
Left fielder number 16, Brian Tester.
So now Tester, who has struck out on a couple of occasions here. Try and get on here.
Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Cha-cha, real slow.
Trying to bunt and fouling it back. So that closes the book on Kepler. Ends up pitching 5 innings. Gives up the 8 hits. He only walked 1. And he struck out 6. It's not a bad outing, just a case of where in the first, Rosetown got 4 hits in a row to knock in 2 runs. There's a slap single and a nice hit by Tester as that goes just by the shortstop Caldwell. And then in the 5th, leadoff double. He ended up stealing to get to third base. A couple of strikeouts and then scored on a wild pitch. So a little break there, and that he scores on the wild pitch, and then just shortly after that, Matt Bush, his older brother, hit a double. Very nice bunt right to the mound. That's the second sacrifice bunt here of the game for Rosetown. Lensing had one, Mayer had the other. And now Podobinski, who is 1 for 3 in the night. Grounded to third. Base hit between short and third in the 2nd, and a fielder's choice in the 4th. And they are going to have a definite play at third base. Tester, in that case, probably should not have been running. It was too hardly hit. So a fielder's choice for Podobinski, as Tester was out by a country mile. So this brings up Josh Bramer. He is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Baseman number 7, Josh Bramer.
Again, .434 batting average, and then you throw in the walks, and his on base is certainly over 5. And Podobinski will easily make second base. So that is his 2nd stolen base of the night. Ryan Bush is on deck. As you'd imagine, he'd like to get one more swing here if he can. That's across for a strike. Bush is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. Slowly hit to short, and the play over. So that will do it for the 6th. We'll be ready for the top of the 7th here shortly, as Rosetown still leads 3-0. Here for the top of the 7th, it'll be the 3-4-5 hitters for Tri-City Maroon. 3-0 heading here into the top of the 7th, as Ryan Bush will be back on the mound to try for the complete game. He has only thrown 67 pitches through 6 innings, which is outstanding. And again, a strike to ball ratio of over 3-1, 51 strikes, 16 balls. Just a very nice summer night. This will bring up Tim Caldwell, as those totals are correct. Caldwell hit a slow roller in front of home plate in the 1st and was retired, and a 5-3 ground out in the 4th. That was low and inside. Foul back to the screen. So this will be pitch number 70 on the way here. And there's a decent chance that some of the Tri-City Maroon hitters will only get a couple of swings. That one goes by Matt Bush for the first really solid hit of the night. Taylor Phillip is still warming up, but again, it would be very surprising if he were to come in. Podobensky has closed during the season, but again, I would imagine they'll want to let Ryan try and finish the game if he can. Oh, high for a wild pitch. That's the first one of those we've seen from Rosetown. So now Caldwell on second with nobody out. And Bush does not normally pitch this long, but when you consider he's in the low 70s for a pitch count, that's still very reasonable. And with as many games as Rosetown has coming up, you'd like to save the rest of your pitching if you can. Especially an impromptu go for classic tournament, as a team dropped out, and Rosetown will take its place, which actually works out nicely because Bethel is right next door. So Charlie Pelzer and Ryan Bush will talk over a few things. Rosetown does have a few players from Concordia Academy. The rest, of course, are from Roseville High School. Boy, that one looked pretty good, but that's ball number 3. That's across the knees for a strike. 3-1 here, with Caldwell still on second. Tri-City Maroon has only had the 3 base runners. Hard grounder by the third baseman Bramer, as I don't think Lensing saw it off the bat. He would have had a tough play at it anyway. So another infield single. So it's now first and third, nobody out for the new pitcher, Jimmy Jerry, as they see a replay. Or maybe it is a little more likely that Phillip might make a relief appearance. Hit high in the air, and Rosetown's going to get a break here as Bush comes in to make the play.
Sixth hitter, number 6, Matt Milosevic.
I'm a little surprised that Jerry swung at the first pitch, as Bush had been a little wild with the first 2 hitters, but Rosetown gets a break, so now first and third, 1 away, and this brings up Milosevic. Very nice off-speed pitch across for a strike. We've not seen a double play yet tonight. fouled back. So quickly 0-2 to Milosevic. On deck is Aaron Starr. He is 0 for 2 and has struck out twice. High fastball, 1-2. Off speed, called strike 3, and now 2 away.
Batting seventh, number 7, Aaron Starr.
9 strikeouts on the night for Bush. 4 hits for Tri-City Maroon. Only 2 of those are really well hit. That one is high again. So now Bush at 81 pitches. Slow roller to third and the play over. And that will do it as Rosetown goes to 13-6 on the season. 7-3 in 4th District play as they get a nice little measure of revenge on Tri-City Maroon. Again, Tri-City beat Rosetown 12-0 last week, and now Rosetown goes to 7-3 on the 4th District season and goes to 13-6 overall. We might try and do a game later on here in July. Otherwise, I know we will have All-Star softball action for you in late July on the 29th at Roseville Victoria Fields. But for a great camera and technical crew, I really want to thank Wayne Powers and John Rusterholtz and everybody else for helping us out tonight. Enjoy Stepnick. This is Jerry Otto. We'll sign off from the Rosetown Legion Field. Rosetown goes to 7-3 and continues a very good season here in 4th District play with a 3-0 shutout. Ryan Bush with the complete game. Good night, everybody.